Well, hello again. Welcome to Creations of the Heart Art. This is the Sea Turtle Part 2. Okay, and this time I'm going to show you how to put the resin in and what it covers. Okay, so we decided to go with the brown for the underneath, and then we'll hit the gray on top, and let's see what it come out. The first video I went ahead and showed you how to paint that, and that's pretty cool. So now I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do the resin and how much is each. So we're going to start like always on 50. We go 50 milligrams, and then we're going 100. So you have part A and part B. Part A is the epoxy resin itself. So you're going to do 50 of that. So that's 50. Okay. And then we're going to put 50 of this, which will be 100. There you go. Stop that. Then we mix. And right now it's getting cloudy, right? So let me put this right here so you can see what that looks like. So you're gonna mix and turn. Hope you're enjoying the music. I like relaxing music, and I like spiffy jazz music. I like a lot of music. I'm eclectic is what they call it. So you want to make sure you don't get a lot of bubbles, and that's what I like about this brand. It doesn't really get a lot of bubbles. It's really good for projects. One thing, it hits the air and it's gone. You don't have nothing to worry about. It takes a bit. I usually sit down and stir. Okay. Alright, once it's mixed in that I think is well, I don't worry about the bubbles on this one because they're gonna pop up and they're gonna hide once you put the color in. So we're going with brown first, right? A lot of people don't use the stick that they use for resin, but I don't mind because it just goes in, boom, and boom. For 100, I always use 2 of these. And it becomes that chocolate. If y'all see me use this color before, I've used it and it looks like so chocolatey, like milk chocolate. Don't drink it, that's all the difference is, but it's the same thing. And you see how the bubbles kind of disappear, and they'll come up as soon as they come up. I did it like this the last time with a color, and they go away, you know. And if they don't, I go ahead and, since there's going to be a covering on top, I make sure that the next layer, you know, the thing is, you're going to make mistakes, and that's okay. You know, you're gonna make mistakes, so you want to go ahead and just, you know, mix it well. That's the thing. You gotta mix the color and make sure it's all the way through. Okay, you gotta make sure it's all the way through. And as long as I see that it's really cool, I'm good with it. A lot of people use machines. I don't use machines. That brings up electricity in my house. I ain't got time for that. Okay. Alright. So, here we go. There is the turtle. We're going to start pouring it in. And because this is wide, it really takes it up really pretty. You see how it matches? I think this is going to be a real pretty sea turtle. It is going to be sure I use everything. I'm one of those, this is expensive, so I'm going to use everything. Okay. so cute. Now this one reached the top, the other one didn't, so I like it. You know, the tail doesn't have any, which there's the tail there, but I'm okay with it because we still have another layer to go, and it's gonna be gray. So we're gonna have two colors because we're gonna have either black. I don't know if I should do it black and then the gray on top with the brown. This is gonna be an very interesting mix. I want to see what I come up with. I never know until the end. You know, unless a customer specifically tells me, hey, I want it all green pearl, I want it all blue. How about blue and pink and green? How about a yellow one? Look, I'm down for anything. You're the customer, you want it purple, hot pink, whatever. That's your turtle. What I'm trying to say is this is a great way to get it done. You see how cute it is? All right. And believe it or not, that is it for this one. You know, these products, you can find them in any craft store, and I go ahead and I just use it. You make sure you use gloves and everything. What I like about this epoxy, it doesn't smell. They don't pay me. I should be calling them, telling them I use it all the time. Get some affiliates on it and have them pay me for mentioning them. But it is a good product. So there it is. There you go. Now, if you have any ideas that you want to share, like what color should I put that to make it accented out with the gray? Maybe it should be black. Maybe it should be completely black. I have no idea. I'm trying to figure it out as we go along. I think I'm going to do gray, though. You'll see gray with hot gray, not going to match. But black, maybe. If you have any more ideas, why don't you go ahead and let me know. You can always write to me, Jeanette at creationsoftheheartart.com, and I'll be happy to answer all your stuff. Because you see, this is going to be covered. The bubbles are coming up, and that's fine, you know. And this is going to be all covered. I love it. I just want to know what color I should use on top. Should I go with the gray? Should I go with the black? I don't know. But hey, we'll find out together. At this time, you know, you can watch us at the Creative Spirit Channel .com. We are there. We're a crafting channel. So if you are a merchant and you do crafts and you want to do what I do, see, I'm showing my hands only. I don't have to do anything else. I show my hands. You can go ahead and just do your own product just like this. Okay? All right. Well, thank you so much for joining me. And I see you next time on the reveal. Usually takes 24 to 48 hours to dry. Okay? All right. Well, I see you next time. This is Jeanette signing out.